Today we're unboxing a set of Daye Uilleann pipes. Stay tuned. Well, hello, I'm Willis Bagpiper, and on this channel I make videos to make you a stronger and more confident piper. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below with any thoughts you might have, and be aware I give Skype lessons if you want more individualized instruction. But let's get on with it. We have a set of Daye Uilleann pipes. My good friend Peter, who's sitting across, there's the hand right there, purchased these. Now, I have a Daye Penny Chanter myself, but this is a full half set of pipes. There's drones, bellows, everything in here. Let's get going. You can see the box is unopened completely. I got my blade just using the very tip of it. Okay. Lots of parts. Okay, so it looks like we have some manuals here. Your new Irish Uilleann pipe penny chanter, your new Irish Uilleann pipe budget concert D drones, and how to put it all together, it looks like. Awesome. All right, put this over here. Who needs instructions? So, lots of bubble wrap. I like that. I also like it's colorful. This is cooler looking than I expected. Normally it's just, clear. And we're having some nice Irish weather outside today and some nice Irish coffee to go along with it. Thanks, Peter, for bringing the stuff.
Sancha.
Okay, top of the tenor drone, pretty sure there. So yeah, so these Daye pipes are pretty amazing. I had a half set myself for a number of years before I got a set of Seth Gallagher pipes. And the Gallagher pipes are brilliant, but some days I actually do miss the Daye drones. They were just completely reliable. They sounded great, and they were pretty much indestructible. They're plastic and metal. Awesome. Yes, okay, so we have working, we got the tenor here, got the switch. You can see the whole switch assembly right in there. Okay, we'll kind of lay this to the side, continue the unwrapping here. So Peter, what made you want to get a set of the Daye pipes here?
Well, I knew I really wanted to expand the type of music I could make. And as you know, Scottish instruments are great but limited. And I just love the sound of Uilleann pipes. When most people, lay people, I will say, hear bagpipes in film and popular media, it's very, very often Uilleann pipes. I think Outlander has been a notable exception, but even then there's still Uilleann pipes from time to time in that show. So when I was looking into the market, was what can I buy? Something like a Seth Gallagher set was just not economical for me.
You didn't want to spend $8,600, $10,000 on a set of pipes?
Yeah, well, not the wife would probably have a problem with that. So, and I wanted something brand new that, for as long as I had it, was always just mine. So between the sort of robustness of the budget set plus the affordability, that really was just the one choice for me. So that's why I got it.
All right. Well, it looks like this might have been rushed. So to tune Uilleann pipes, you don't really use tape so much on the holes like the Highland pipes. You tend to stick stuff inside of it. If you look at the bottom of the bell here, you can see there's a bit of plastic and some other stuff. We'll see if this is needed. It kind of came out. I don't know if it was inside or not. But we have the chanter, and it's got a lovely F natural key, which I think is by far the most useful key. There's also often a C natural key, but you can fork finger a C natural for the bottom octave, and on the top octave, that's almost the very top of the whole thing. I've never found I particularly use that key on my fully keyed chanter. So I'll let you.
The fewer holes in a chanter, the better, right?
Yes, the fewer holes. Yeah, every time you add a hole, you add complexity to the whole tuning situation because there's a whole chimney and more places for the air and sound waves to go. Yeah, the bass bottom. This is the cool part with the little resonator or whatever.
I've not seen any other bagpipes with those on the drones. Am I correct in that?
Well, I've kind of wondered if it's not doing something similar to the bell at the top of like the Highland pipes, just that it's coming out sideways rather than the same direction. But that being said, it's not really belling. And I know on many, and we'll take a look at this one, it used to be like a hollow resonating chamber. Most Uilleann pipes I've seen, it's just a solid puck that looks like that. I don't know if they found it didn't work or it just complicated things or what. But, oh, okay, there's the top of that section. So yeah, if you take a look at that, you can see that it's just like an L. It's not hollow inside. See if you can, on the camera there, look around. It's a little white. So it just kind of L's out, but it looks cool, looks the part. And man, he used this is like the first time I'm seeing this imitation ivory in person. So yeah, Peter, take a look at that. I mean, it's got like the full Schrager lines and everything.
Look at
I mean, that looks like the real stuff. So if you're traveling with these, be careful.
Right.
All right, so putting the tenor bottom on now. So we have the tenor. That was the baritone earlier. I was saying tenor. It was the baritone is the middle one. And now the bass. And because it's all plastic and metal, the fittings I find, every time I've had a Daye pipe, they're just pretty much amazing. I've never had to re-hemp them. They're right what they need to be with the right tension right from the get-go, which is pretty cool. So we have this whole bit of business right here. You have 3 octaves of D right here. I'm excited. Okay, let's see what else. We got a couple more things to go. Ah, the bag. Oh, it's very fringy. And I think it's made out of a real naga hide. Is that from real nagas?
Yes, right. Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Cool. Okay, so the drones will attach here. Bellows will attach here. Obviously, the chanter will attach there. There you go, sir. Okay, we have the wind cap for the chanter with the chanter reed supplied inside. Now, with the Uilleann pipes, you never want to be mouth blowing. Certainly not the chanter. It's the reed is very susceptible to moisture, and we don't want to damage it in any way. So all the play testing is going to be through the set itself. If you did want to test the reeds by mouth, you suck air through them from the back side. That's a way you can kind of test to see if they're going to be working or not. So interesting, we have a spare staple and then a reed. So that's safe, not the other way. All right, let me see that chanter, sir. No idea how deeply to seat it. The other thing that's always kind of terrifying on a set of Uilleann pipes is that wind cap and that reed are almost exactly the same size. So I'm actually going to take this off camera for a second and put it on the table so there's fewer shaky hand bits or whatever. Too much coffee this morning.
So what's any significant differences between this reed and a Highland pipe reed?
As you can see, it is much, much longer. It's huge. The blades on the Highland reed are a little smaller. They're definitely thicker. And the Uilleann pipe is longer, but the Uilleann pipes go down lower as well. So that's part of the reason for the size. But notice where this reed ends and the Uilleann pipe reed just keeps going. Notice also it has a bridle. It has a metal band that helps keep the reed open. For reasons, again, that I don't know, and if you're a reed maker and you do, comment below. Highland pipes tend to not have any bridles on them. They're just kind of sitting there freely, but many, many other types of pipes and double reeds have some sort of bridle on them. And interestingly enough as well, when we do put a bridle on a Highland reed, it tends to be an elastic bridle, which closes it down and makes the reed easier to play. Metal bridles, on the other hand, are the opposite. They help keep the reed open So while they're both wrapped around it, if we were to move this metal bridle up, it would actually start pushing the lips of the reed open and making it take more air. So they do the opposite thing. Okay, so we got some extra supplies here. Some tie-in string, a couple of corks. My Day bellows are the bellows I use for all of my bellows-driven instruments. I think they're the most comfortable. They move the most amount of air. And, well, they're the set I learned on, so that probably has a little bit to do with it, too. It's just the ones I'm used to. Peter has a set of,
Nate Band.
Yeah, Nate Band. His name is escaping me.
He uses Kelleher bellows.
Oh, okay.
With his sets. They come from Ireland. You can order them separately. With these bellows, you can also order bellows from David Daye, or you can order a bellows kit. He sells them unassembled, and you can do all the work yourself if you have a few tools and feel handy.
So yeah, as you can see with the Daye bellows, they don't really, a lot of bellows kind of come in and taper, you know, they're narrow and taper out. They kind of let your arm get around them a little bit easier in some ways, but by having that much more wood, it's that much more internal volume, and it's just able to move quite a lot of air. He also has a nice thick soft pad for the elbow side, which I like. I also tend to put actually like a mouse pad under here to like keep my hip from hurting. So yeah, we got the bellows here, and then the blowpipe went somewhere. This is quite the blowpipe. This might need to be altered because I don't know if you're that big around, sir.
We'll find out.
So, all right. So that is all of the parts. It looks like. Let's do one final inspection of this box here. Packing material. So yeah, let's lay this all out real quick before we put it all together. So we got bellows, blowpipe, bag, chanter, and drones, the exciting part. Now, the drones, I am going to play these by mouth real quick because it's synthetic reeds in this whole thing. Let's turn the valve on though. Oh, that sounds wonderful. All right, we'll get this all set up and going. So we're going to go ahead and turn these off, and we're going to set up the cameras in a different way so we can actually make a little bit of noise on these. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, everybody. We got the pipe set up here. We had to shorten the blowpipe a little bit. It was great. It came with plenty to go around. So if you were a larger individual, it would still work just fine, but we were able to shorten it down. And for those that don't know, the Uilleann pipes actually have a switch. I talked about it a little bit when we were unpacking it. But for the drones, you can actually... It's kind of nice. I wish the Highlands had a switch sometimes. All right, so let's have a tune. There's a little bit of music right there. So yeah, these have just a lovely sweet tone. I had to adjust the baritone reed just a little bit, had to open the reed up just a hair to make it sound, but they came right into tune after that. I haven't had to do anything to the chanter, and it's working really well. The holes are perhaps maybe just a little bit rough cut. I think Peter here is going to probably get a little file and file them down, but that's a nit. This thing sounds sweet. You just heard it. It sounds amazing. So again, with the to tune these particular things, and this is not going to be an in-depth Uilleann pipe tuning video, but you often, instead of using tape for most of the holes, you would stick a rush, which, and this is a bit of wire here. Sometimes I've typically used broken bass guitar strings. They tend to work pretty well, and they're nice and flexible. But when you put it in, it's flattening all of the notes because you're reducing the bore. And as the bore gets narrower for the same length of pipe, it goes flat. That's a little counterintuitive. Even for me, it seems like it should go sharp because it's getting smaller, but that's not the case. It actually goes flat as you do it. So if you wanted to tune, say, the A, which Highland Pipers would kind of think about that as an E in the fingering, roughly speaking, you would insert this until it was kind of behind that hole, but be aware it's going to flatten everything below that as well. So it's kind of tricky, temperamental to get into tune, but there's just a little bit on that.
That's all I got, Internet. I just got him. Give me a break.
Peter Bailey, everybody. A proud owner of a new set of Daye Uilleann pipes.
That's right.
I want to give a big thank you again to Mr. Peter Bailey Bagpiper. You can find out more about him at peterpiper.info for waiting to unbox his Daye pipes with me. I really appreciate it. Well, there you go, everybody. There's a little bit of information on a Daye set of Uilleann pipes, and fear not, there will be more Uilleann pipe music featured on this channel. I've been getting mine out a little bit more lately, so some tunes are coming, and when I do, I'll have a card up in the corner for you to go listen to a couple more things. I also wanted to make a quick shout out to Metroplex United Pipe Band for, well, just being a great group of people. They, a guy named Chuck Gunn in particular, made this awesome card behind me, and another member, Mr. Nick Papanastas, organized the band to get me a lovely bottle of whiskey and just everything for reaching 1,000 subscribers. Their support's been wonderful, and all of your support's been wonderful. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. And if you haven't yet, now's a great time to subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the channel. It helps me able to make videos like this. I really appreciate it, guys. Like the video, comment below with any thoughts you might have. If you want to go the extra mile, you could head over to my Patreon, where a small monthly donation goes, again, a long way to helping to support the channel. I also give Skype lessons, so if you want more personalized instruction, please don't hesitate. Contact me at www.mattpiper.com. I'd be happy to talk with you. All right, guys, I'm Matt Willis Bagpiper. Until next time, cheers.